Hey all, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe. Please leave any comments. I do read my comments in this situation. I'll try to answer the questions to my best of my ability if you leave any questions in the comment section. But I do read all my comments and try to respond or remark to them or have some remark to them. Um, Also, you should know what I'm about to talk about. I haven't fact checked or anything like that. This is me based on my observation and checking and such. Um, it's more about George Santos, and I try to avoid politics. As I said earlier in my videos, it's been hard to for the past week and a half. But in this situation, this is not related to politics, but it's more related to the news and the fact that the news is probably making something out of nothing, and it's related to this basically. Uh, the fact that they said that George Santos, as you see here, basically, where when nominating or voting for McCarthy, he made a white supremacist, a white power symbol, basically, for a guy that's supposedly half Hispanic and half black, basically, and that's gay and Jewish, as in Jew dash ish. Um, so the question is like, would he be stupid enough to make a a white power symbol um, in public, specifically right there on TV and all that stuff? Honestly, I doubt it. This is more of a case where, like, you could see basically this might be a tick on his part. Quite honestly, honestly think that this might be a tick more than anything else. I mean, or two. I mean, for all we know, I hate to say this, but it could be a case where like he's basically basically messing with something, where like he could be he could have a I don't know, he could have picked his nose and then he's just messing with the booger. I mean, it's possible. I don't know. That's just my conjecture, honestly. But I think this is a case where like the news is trying to make. I think they're trying to make something out of nothing in this situation because like I don't think this is a guy that would actually flash that symbol unless for some reason or white power symbol basically unless someone basically for not forced him to but essentially told him to the aspect of maybe one of the donors or such. But his constituents, I don't, are people that basically wouldn't do that, unless of course this is a guy that's pure Trump and such to the point where like what, it's a possibility that this is he's following Trump and he's trying to get those votes or whatever it may be. But honestly, it looks like it's a case where like this might be just a tick on his part more than anything else. Honestly, I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. Um, but I think the news media is definitely blowing this out of proportion until they can look into his background before making conjecture on this. I think they should basically look into his background, investigate him even more. I mean, they have investigated him. I mean, do a little bit more investigation, see if there's a case where like he is trying to do, like he's associated to some supremacy group or something like that. If he is, then okay, then we know that this is actually valid. Um, but outside of that, I think, like I said, is like I think the media is trying to find something at another thing, or they're like more and more people are trying to isolate to the point where like, okay, you know what, they're trying they're trying to have the breaking news. I mean, it's nowadays with news, where it's more about not content, but not the quality of the content, but the quantity of the content. Basically, getting the clicks more than anything else, to drive that popularity aspect. Um, it's it's not a case where like you have the Woodward and Bernstein where they broke Watergate. It was a big thing, but there was quality involved into it. They did some research into it. They went further into it. I think now in this day and age, because you have so many different outlets, you have to be the first, and before doing the first, you got to do this before fact checking per se, or you have some aspects of fact checking and then go back and then retract later on. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's the right idea, right mentality, but that's what it seems. That's what I think in this situation. I don't know if this is a case where he's actually purposely doing this, or if this is a tick or something like I said, he could have been picking his nose, and he's just messing with the booger. Like the people who have a tendency to do that were like do that, or two, he could be just doing the whole like the whole violin symbol. That's another possibility for all we know. I don't know. I don't know, but I have a feeling this might be a tick, or this might be a case where like he's just doing that. To be quite honest, where he's not purposely trying to display this. I mean, this is a guy that's half Latino, unless we find out it's not true. But I think that is true in this situation. I mean, like to flash the white power symbol as half Hispanic and half whatever it is, or half Hispanic. Well, we know he's half Hispanic. Would fail in this situation for what he's trying to do. So, let me know what your thoughts are. But with that, in this situation, this isn't unfiltered, but it is unedited and unrehearsed. Until next time.